So like I told you guys, we're gonna have it blacktopped, and that's coming up. We were actually told a few weeks ago it was probably not gonna happen until the springtime, and with the weather sticking around a little bit better, they told us they will be here in the next few days. So that's good for us. We battled the weeds all season long, and I'll tell you what, it's no fun, and we want this place to look a lot better. So that's why we decided to go ahead and put the money back into blacktopping it and getting it looking its best. Good morning, everyone. How are you doing on this frustrating Ohio day? So I don't know why contractors have to be like this anymore, and it seems like it's becoming worse and worse after the whole COVID era. I know we have shortages with everything, labor, this, that, yada, yada, yada. But, and I say but, you guys know down at our storage facility for the last, I don't even know, what, 4 or 5 months now, we've been telling you, hey, we're on the list to get it blacktop. It's going to get asphalted. We're not going to have to worry about the weeds down there anymore. It looking bad. We're not going to have to worry about going down there and putting some weed killer down. None of that stuff, because it's a headache. Honestly, the facility pretty much runs itself other than all the stuff that we have to do on the software, taxes, yada, yada, yada. That being said, we just want to make it look better. We want to make it easier to do maintenance on. Snowplow, this, that. Well, long story short, 4 or 5 months ago, whatever it's even been now, we hired a company, a local company, very, very well represented company. I mean, friends, family recommended this company to us. So we contacted them. I spoke with the gentleman, very professional, came out within a week, got us an estimate, did all the measurements, said, hey, we're going to have to do the excavation, this, that, yada, yada, yada. This is going to be the price. Boom. Okay. I got a few more estimates as well. And then I got back to him and I said, hey, I accept. Get me on your schedule. Let's roll. Thank you. No problem. You're probably looking at like the middle of October, towards closer to November, probably. No problem at all. We understand good companies are busy, and they're busy for a reason. So October comes around, nice weather, leaf season's going good. We're not thinking nothing about it. We're just assuming any day they're going to be calling, and who doesn't want a multi-$1,000 job, right? This is a decent sized job. And so we don't really think much about it. We're just assuming any day we're going to get the call, hey, they're going to be starting, and boom, it's going to be done and over with. Well, end of November or the end of October comes, and I get on the cameras. I'm checking the storage facility, and I'm like, hey, nothing's been done. We should probably touch base with this company. Well, we still had pretty decent weather right there at the beginning of November, so Savannah and I were like, hey, let's give them another week, 10 days, whatever, and then we'll reach out if we don't hear anything from them. So those days go by, and I decide, hey, I am going to email the gentleman back or text him back and ask him, just an update. What's going on? I'm just assuming they're probably a little bit behind, whatever, and it's going to be getting taken care of. So I message him, and I just text him, and, I actually kind of know this gentleman from way back, and he's been A+ from the very second I started talking to him. And I didn't even know originally when I was talking to him, when he did the estimate and all of this, that it was somebody that I knew. And when I say it was somebody I knew, it was not like on a personal level. It was like, hey, throughout my life, I spent a year or two basically around them. And I'm not bashing this gentleman whatsoever. He's been phenomenal. And so anyways, I text him, and I don't hear anything, for 2-3 hours. And I'm like, okay. This isn't good. I'm kind of starting to get these vibes. And then I get a text message back from him, and he says, hey, Sean, good to hear from you. Let me get a hold of the office and find out. I retired in October. I'm no longer, with the company, but I'll figure out what's going on. So here is that exact conversation via text. We had some phone calls in between to set up dates and times and stuff, but this gentleman was very professional, knew how to run his business. So a few hours later goes by, he ends up calling me, and we had a discussion on the phone, and he says, hey, just got off the phone with them. I'm in the process of retiring. They bought the company from them or took it over, however they did that whole deal. And basically, they're a bit behind. They picked up another large job for a company that they had been doing a lot of work for. So I kind of understood that. And he said, would you be okay, you know, if we did it in the spring, if they came out and did it in the spring? And I said, yeah, that's perfectly fine. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on, you know, because I personally don't want them putting the asphalt down when it's 20 degrees, you know, that's no good. And he goes, okay, you know, there's a chance still that they could possibly get there, you know, if the weather stays good here in November, maybe even into early December, if the mills stay open, the asphalt mills, and, you know, they could possibly still get it done. This is what the gentleman's telling him. So let me switch hands here because my arm's getting a little tired. Anyways, so this is where it kind of gets annoying and frustrating, okay? I get a call from the gentleman from the new owner of the company. And he says, hi, sir, how you doing? Blah, 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 blank, blank with such and such asphalt company. Good news, we're going to be able to get to your facility this week and get it done. This was Tuesday. He told me they were going to get started on the excavation, get some of that rock and stuff out of there, and it would be done Thursday. You know, could we ask our customers at the storage facility not to come there just so they can get the job done and get on out of there? No, I told him no problem at all. Awesome, because I want the facility to look good, and it'll make it 10 times easier to plow and maintain with a little less salt. Being blacktop, it's going to melt quicker. It'll be safer, yada, yada, yada. I just want it to look better. So that's Tuesday. He tells me they're going to be there Wednesday and they're going to be there Thursday and they'll have it done. If we could not have our customers or our folks from the storage facility come there during those days, they can come back Friday. So we're all happy. We're lucky, you know, we're going to get this done. Yes, let's go. Anyways, so we spend an hour, write out a nice message to all the clients. We offer them a small discount for the inconvenience for the month. Send it out to everybody. All of our customers. We get a few kickbacks like, hey, you know, it's the holiday season, this and that. I kind of need to grab some things, blah, blah, blah. So we told them, we said, hey, if you get there early Wednesday morning, not a problem. Just Thursday overall, please don't go there. No problem at all. We'll see it Friday. Awesome. Some customers came back. Great. You know, it's a little messy in the wintertime. Yada, yada, yada. Keep down on the dust, blah, blah, blah. A couple people were like, oh, that's inconvenience, you know, and we gave them discounts a little bit more here and there. And that just is what it is. So Wednesday comes around and we have cameras there. You guys know we can gain access to them from our computer or phones, however we want to, if we need to. Wednesday comes around. A little bit of rain that morning, not a big deal. I'm like, okay, they're probably pushed back a little bit. The afternoon comes around, nothing. Thursday, beautiful day. Sunny, great day, mid-50s, nothing. And simply, guys, they never showed up. So I'm sitting here. Now I got customers emailing me on Friday and Saturday saying, hey, you told us the storage facility was getting blacktopped. We didn't go to our units for 2 days. We showed up here and nothing's done. What's going on? And I already told these people we're giving them discounts. So with that being said, now I have a storage facility that didn't get blacktop. I have customers that were inconvenienced for 2 whole days, and I gave them discounts for those inconveniences. It was nothing crazy. We're going to eat it. We're going to take that hit. It's not a big deal, but it's just a factor of, man, what has happened? I mean, what has happened with companies? And I could put this company out there and it would not look good on them, but I'm not going to do that because I understand our platform here and I understand the reach that this platform can have. People have lost their jobs over this stuff, and I understand this guy just took it over, but it's very, very frustrating, just the unprofessionalism going from the first guy, which was great. I mean, boom. So just like here at Spencer Lawn Care, we want #1 customer service, and we aim to please from the very second we get contacted, just like this gentleman, the original gentleman did. So frustrating. Now what's going to happen is I'm going to have to get more estimates, and I don't even know if these guys do estimates through the wintertime because you're not going to more than likely be putting asphalt down. And then we're going to be shooting for springtime, which I'm assuming most of them probably have a large amount of spring work already lined up for 2023. So yeah, I'm done with my rant. So it's the last time I'll ever have to do this for the TGS 1100. The Midshore Solutions is on their way to pick it up. They should be here any minute. So I meant to fluid film it yesterday. I just didn't have the time. So only takes a couple seconds. Let's get to it. Alright, so the biggest thing on these is this locking mechanism. So the way this works is you flip this little switch over, and when you go to lock it in, there's a little piece in here, and it pops like a key, and it allows that rod to slam in there. So now that it's in, go ahead and hit it all. This keeps everything nice and lubricated. I love this stuff, guys, like no joke. Now what you can do, pull it back out, tap it back in, and that's what you want. You want that baby to bite. So what happens when you put this hitch, on the back of your trailer, and then you bring this piece up and you actually pivot it into place, and what it does is it locks onto this. So I'll give you a quick demonstration. See how that did that? Went straight through. Now this can't go anywhere. That's what holds it. So then you gotta pull it back out to take it back off. So once again, this hook goes into where your ball hitch is, and you'll roll this into place with the dolly system. You'll set the salt spreader onto that hook, and then you'll pretty much shove it straight forward, and boom, do you see it? Let me show you one more time. So watch, you'll get it into that hook, and then boom, locks it straight into place, and that thing can't go nowhere. use about 3/4 of a can on it. And this is what I've done for, since we've owned it, what, 2017, 18, around there. And I think this is what's kept it in really, really good shape. Washing it out every time you're gonna have a break in between snowstorms, and then hitting it with fluid film, keeping it lubricated, keeping it clean. And yeah, that's why it does what it does. I don't worry about wiping it off. I don't put fluid film in like the handle parts, just in the spots that you'll be touching a lot, because it is a bit messy. But yeah, maintenance can save you a ton of money, guys. Make sure you're doing it on your mowers, trailers, trucks, snow blowers. Yeah, the snow blowers too. This stuff works great in snow blowers to shoot. But yeah, your salt spreaders as well, your plows. We go through a ton of this every year. You can buy it in bulk. You can buy it in cans like I get. And yeah, Tractor Supply carries it. Rural King carries it. A lot of places carry it now. It's very, very popular. Say you don't want to spray like a line of cars or something. Yep. You can move this all the way in. Okay. And it'll deflect away if you want to. I never really used it, to be honest with you. I just kept it wide open. And you'll learn. You can adjust it in the truck too, how fast it. The control box is on the air compressor. But yeah, you'll learn like how much you want to throw, how heavy you want to throw. I would keep it like a 4 tops. You start going up above that, you're just dumping salt. I mean, you're just dumping. Other than that, there's really only 2 spots you can have electrical issues. It would be this one, which I never take apart, because if it's sealed up and the green is sealed, nothing's getting in there. There's no reason to take it apart if there's no electrical issues. If you did happen to have, like, say the electrical seems weird, this is just dielectric grease. Yep. This would be your main connector. It typically is at this spot. And all it'll do is it'll wiggle or bounce around and come loose. These are your feet. They just turn in and out, and that's what'll set on your bumper. And that, you just, once you get it onto your truck, just adjust those feet so that it's sitting pretty darn level. And that'll just stop it from, whenever you put 800 pound in it, from sinking backwards, and then you're shooting your salt straight into the ground or up in the air. Other than that, man, the biggest thing to keep lubricated is this right here. This is your main area. So we always kept this thing super, super good. You want to grab me that screwdriver real quick? I set it in there. I'll show them real quick. So this is spider web. I'll show you. There should just be one there, an orange one, black one. It doesn't matter. Did I put it on the air compressor maybe? That'll be fine. So the biggest thing is this, when you go to put it in, make sure it's out. See how that shot in? So that's when that hook is on here, it'll be latched to your truck. Okay, so now what I was telling you about, don't go yanking this out, because as soon as you do that, it's going back. But that's the first thing people want to grab, okay? So what you'll do is, when it's latched like that, come back here, and this little hook underneath here, you'll just flip this towards you, okay? And that'll take your safety off. See that there? And then you'll get behind it, and you'll just push up on it. Now when you go to reattach it back to your truck, you got to flip this back. And that's where a lot of people get hung up. But that just takes this red safety off here. And then when you go to click it into place, boom, as soon as it hits, that bolt's going to shoot through there. I always like to make sure it's through on this side, just so you know you're connected and you're good to go. Awesome. But other than that, man, I mean, it's super basic. Once you get it on the truck, flip the dolly back into place so it protects it, keeps it out of the way. The ratchets, I mean, they look like crap, but dude, they work. Yeah, they're still good. And keep it clean. I mean, that's really about it, honestly.
I like my stuff clean,
so. Oh, I'm not looking at your truck.
Yeah, don't look at the truck. I don't mind. Yeah.
Told her myself, I'm putting Christmas lights on this dang thing. We have to go find a car wash.
Right. How was the drive?
It was really easy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It was really easy.
Well, you guys kind of got it down pat now. This is like what?
Yeah, this is what's this the fourth trip.
I don't remember what this thing weighs, but it's not gonna be real easy for both of us to just get it up in there.
Come on, man.
It's covered in fluid film.
Oh,
I'll get you a rag. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
the bed.
To be honest
Some
with
of
you,
them
that's true.
potholes were. I even had to ratchet this so it wouldn't move because when I'm home, I don't have a ratchet on it, so it just flops around a little bit.
Okay.
It makes a lot of noise.
Did you get that electrical box?
Yeah, I gave it to
Yeah.
her.
Robert's gonna tell you don't do that.
A lot. I think if there's anything else, I mean, that's pretty much it. Like I said, just up in here, just flip that back forward, and it's snug. I'd say once you get it on, if you don't absolutely need your truck bed, don't take it off till the season's over. I can
No, I don't think we're really using the truck bed too much right now.
Okay.
We use a lot in the summer, springtime with grass clippings.
You can put typically about 15 bags in it. A lot of times I left the lid off. Just remember, if you go to leave a job site, that lid's back there, you go hopping on the highway, you're not going to have a lid. A lot of people always said, like, put a ratchet strap or something on it too. I never had an issue with it coming off. A couple times I'd forget to latch one and get to the next job and it would be loose, and it didn't go anywhere with even just one on it. But I have heard of guys losing their lids, so.
No, we don't. Most of our places are pretty close.
So it's been a crazy Thursday to say the least, but we're going to make it, right? So anyways, great big shout out to Midshore Solutions, Kimberly, Robert, swinging through, picking up the salt spreader. And yeah, I gained that 3 feet of my garage back. And yeah, I guess don't be a bad contractor. If you tell somebody you're going to do something, follow through. It probably would even have been okay if he would have messaged us later that day and said, like, hey, we're not going to make it. Or even the next day, hey, we're not going to make it. Because then we could have reached back out to our customers and be like, hey, they don't need it Thursday. You guys have access back. But they literally just hung us out to dry. And a little bit frustrating. But got that off my chest. No video Friday, guys. It's Thursday night right now. It is, what, the 8th? Thursday, the 8th of December. I can't believe I'm saying that right now. Tomorrow will be the 9th, and then the event is December 10th, Saturday. So I'm just going to tell you guys right now, no video Friday, no video Saturday. We'll see you back here Sunday. We have the Spencer Pro event, and yeah, looking really forward to hanging out with all of our guests, all of our friends that have came into town, all of you guys that have came into town. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Let's go. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, keep mowing, keep growing, keep making money, boys. We'll talk to you later. TQ out. Peace.